I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life I am blessed. When I wake up in the morning and I lay my head.
Welcome to Real Artistry on Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle. I'm your host, Melly Chinloy. Today we are at a unique establishment called Taverna Evia, a Greek-Jamaican seafood bar and grill located in Coral Springs, Florida. But that's not the only special thing about this segment today. We have the pleasure of speaking with international dancehall icon, artist, and activist, Mr. Vegas. Welcome, Mr. Vegas.
Thanks for having me.
I remember I talked to you one time, I don't know, years back, and I asked you how you got the name Vegas. And I remember that story, and I think you should share it with the audience today, how you got that name.
Well, I was playing soccer with my cousin, so he was like, you play like a girl star. You play like the girl in Las Vegas. Everyone on the field started saying, Vegas, my ball, Vegas, Vegas. So then the name got stuck. And of course, in Jamaica, when someone is trying to call you something and you rebel against it,
yeah.
that is when it gets, stuck on you.
Yeah, and then you just added the Mr., right?
The Mr. was added by Don Youth,
Okay.
famous Jamaican DJ.
Nice.
I was at the studio and he was like, no, the Vegas wants something on it.
Yeah.
And it was Mr. Vegas.
And to their surprise, look at you today. As a lyrical ambassador for dancehall reggae music, how proud are you right now of our women's track and field?
Very proud. Sharika Jackson is my girl in terms of athletics. I've been watching her for a long time and I'm enjoying her progress.
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to see our country doing well,
yeah, man,
right?
Real well. Especially the women,
Yeah. You're always openly giving your opinion about things and always speaking up and, for things that are wrong and for things that you think are right. How have you been able to stay so humble as you've traveled the globe?
I think it's just the upbringing, my mom having fame is not the ultimate.
You always have a fresh new sound every time some music comes out and we're like, who is this? Was this Mr. Vegas? What are some techniques that you use to stay trendy and to keep up?
You're not going to get heads high in 2022.
Right.
In 2022, you're not going to get the same sound. It's like heads high, then you had the hot walks, then you had the dancing tunes like Take Away Yourself, then you had the I Am Blessed, and then, so it's and the Gallis, it's just different eras. Each time the music changes, I try to fit my sound into what's going on, not to sound heads high on the new beats or the new sound.
Well, because you've evolved as a person too and as an artist, right? I'll tell you though, heads high still bangs every time I play it.
Right, it's irreplaceable.
Yeah, for sure.
It was already produced properly. The music, everything is like a collective force that came together.
I definitely love your music, and even the gospel album, and then you have the Ism album too. I still love that album as well. As much as I love the heads high and the hot walk and the dance hall tunes, like it all just fits you so well.
It's just reaching different markets. Like when I go to Europe, I have to do a lot of those reggae tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or across the board, people more accept the dancehall vibe.
It's true.
But I enjoy doing the reggae albums and the singing tunes.
Yeah. I know you love to sing.
A lot, but people accept Mr. Vegas for the Sing J style.
Yeah.
The I Am Blessed, because they want that energy.
Besides your plethora of hits, what does Mr. Vegas pride himself on?
I think family. I think my kids. Just the way I'm able to take care of my kids. Like Carter is like the last one, and they keep me going. They let me want to go out there and continue to work, so I can set that foundation for them, that platform for them.
Are any of them musical?
Not yet, but I can see where Carter is going.
Oh,
he's already scoping my stuff out on the internet.
Oh gosh, Carter, be careful.
Yes, he's like adding people, like asking people, why are you not following my dad?
Oh, I love that. That's so cute.
Yeah,
he's so cute. Definitely a big boy now.
He knows all my songs.
Oh, I love that. Daddy's #1 fan.
Big time.
People outside of Jamaican media seem to think that they need to look inside of Jamaica for the next Bob Marley. Do you think they should evolve from that mindset, or what are your takes on that?
I think that's the right place to look if you want to get the real authenticity of what Bob Marley represented. I don't think you can find it anywhere else.
It wouldn't be real. It wouldn't be authentic.
Unless it's like someone who has Jamaican, some form of Jamaican background.
Right.
That person, in my view, would have to be around musicians, with Jamaican, some form of Jamaican culture.
I feel like what's really popping these days is dancehall, so they're not really keeping that same foundational message that, governs change like Bob Marley did, because his music was all about the message, right?
Right.
I don't feel like it's the same these days. What about you?
Being educated about oppression and all that vibe during Bob Marley time was like apartheid, it was like the killing of, a lot of the great ones.
Yeah.
So that was the vibe. That was the inspiration that drove the Dennis Browns and the Bob Marleys and the Peter Tosh.
Right.
So Rastas were getting locked up for marijuana,
Exactly.
for ganja. So it was a different, era, and the message was different. So now I think we're so much integrated into everything that's going on in the world. We don't really care about social issues no more.
Right.
And that was what Bob Marley was about, social issues.
Right.
Right.
We really know you as Mr. Vegas, but, some people have been calling you Subi, you're calling yourself Subi. What does that mean? What did that come from?
From Uganda. That name was given to me by a brother in Uganda.
Okay.
Called Megadi.
Okay.
He just saw me one day and we were at rehearsal and he said, "Oh, your African name is Subi."
I like that.
I said, "So what does that mean? What does that mean?" And he said, "It means hope."
Ah.
And I was like, "Wow, I like that." So I didn't, use it for a long time, but then, of course, when I started going to school and I started learning about a lot more things that happen in the world, historical things, then I realized that this message must be conveyed somehow to the people.
Definitely. And we talk about school. You mentioned school. What are you studying in school again?
Sociology, anthropology, and a minor in hospitality management.
And what inspired your wanting to study sociology specifically?
At first I wanted to do mass communication because I think there's a bias in, too much bias in the media. Reporters are not doing due diligence anymore. So I wanted to be that person that, now that we have social media and you can have your own platform. So I was looking, what am I going to do when I get to 60 years old, around there. I'm not sure if I want to be on stage that much at that time.
Of course.
So then I'm going to sit at home bored. I went and I started mass communication. I did a minor in mass communication.
Mr. Vegas, the student. How cute. Tell me about this tour you have going on now. You've been going to a few different cities.
Right. We have New York, then we go to Amsterdam, then we go to Los Angeles. But the real tour, I think, it's going to be when the reggae album comes out.
Yeah. Now, tell everyone where they can find you on social media. You're always
Mr.
there.
Vegas Music.
Okay.
Mr. Vegas Music.
On all the platforms?
Every platform.
Awesome. You've been watching Real Artistry on Reggae Entertainment Lifestyle. I'm your host, Melly Chinloy. We've been at this beautiful establishment today, Taverna Evia, a Greek-Jamaican seafood bar and grill with the one and only Mr. Vegas. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, keep it real.